Hello, girls.
It's Emily.
It's Lily.
And we're
The Bee Blondes. Oh my gosh, guys. We are so excited to be doing our first podcast today. This has been in the makes for literally a week. And I feel like we have just moved so quickly and we've done already so many exciting things. So,
we can't wait to talk about it.
I know. We're pumped.
So in this first episode, we're going to introduce ourselves and talk a little bit about what it means to be blonde. And yeah.
Well, let's get into it.
Yeah. So, I guess I'll go first. My name is Emily. I live in Starkville, Mississippi with my husband and our baby boy, Kit. And we have a French bulldog named Bonnie, who you may hear snoring in the background. I am a behavior interventionist by day and now a podcaster by night.
Okay. So I live in Auburn, Alabama. I'm a current junior at Auburn, and I'm studying speech language hearing sciences, and I hope to be a speech pathologist from that. Let's see, what else could I really say? As a college student, I really just find myself hanging out with some of my girlfriends, my sorority sisters, and hanging out with my boyfriend. And I have a rescue dog named Presley, who is named after Elvis Presley, of course. And yeah, that's really...
So should we talk about how we know each other?
Yeah, that would probably be good. She's my cousin. Can't you see the resemblance?
Right, aren't we twins?
Twinning them.
We are 6 years apart. So we have quite the age gap, which is really exciting for the podcast because we're in very different stages of life. Obviously, I'm married with a baby.
I am not married with no children. A dog. I have a dog, and she's my baby.
That's basically correct.
But I do find myself, like, whenever I'm seeking advice, Emily's always the first person I turn to, and she always gives the most wonderful advice. And so I feel like now I'm in the stage you were when you were giving me advice, and now this is like a completely different realm. So I'm kind of able to piggyback off of how she mentored me to mentor y'all, and then vice versa.
That's so sweet. And I can't wait too to talk about, the stage of life that I'm in.
Yeah. And it's so exciting. Yeah. I mean, we have already just had so much fun watching it.
Right.
And it's just, I mean, it's so surreal. I can't believe this.
So sweet. So we want to start out every week with our in and out of the week. So I guess, Lily, do you want to go first?
I will absolutely go first. I'm going to start with my out. My out is The Bachelor because Maria went home. So I will no longer... Spoiler alert. Maria went home. I am really upset about it. She was my favorite. And then my in for the week is spring break because the Auburn students are on their spring break and I am spending it doing nothing better than spending time with my best friend and her baby.
Oh, that's so sweet. This has been such a fun week with you being here.
I've had such a blast. This has been so much fun.
Okay, so my end of the week is going to be, should my end of the week be these fun glasses that we made? That say,
I just happened to pick that up.
Excellent product placement.
Anyway,
Blonde.
Wait.
We're going to be influencers. If you're watching on YouTube.
Be blonde. I also think it's really important to preface that you do not have to be blonde to own one of these glasses.
Correct. Being blonde is a state of mind, not a hair color. Also a hair color.
I think it would be fun, too, to share our experiences as a blonde, kind of behind this dumb blonde facade.
That's a great idea, Lily.
And what's really funny is the pivotal moment for us as blondes, we were both in 5th grade. So I think you should take your story away.
We will talk about that. We will talk about that. Let me do my in and out of the week.
Do the in and out, and then we'll do that.
We will. Okay. So my end of the week is going to be, I did say the cute glasses, but I'm also going to do cute pajamas. I think there is nothing better than a cute pajama set. Like my Love Shack. I have Love Shack fancy pajamas that they did with their collab with Roller Rabbit.
Adorable.
They are my favorite. They're so soft, and I just feel so put together when I go to bed.
You look put together.
Thank you. My out of the week is going to be straight leg jeans. I don't have much of a booty these days, and the straight leg jeans just aren't doing it for me. I am a skinny jean gal. I know. Does that make me a millennial? I'm technically a Gen Z.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Really?
97, yes, I am.
Didn't know that.
I kind of identify as a millennial.
You do. She makes me play this millennial board game.
Oh, it's so fun. Mind the Gap.
Mind the Gap.
It's boomers, Gen X, Gen Z, and millennials.
I suck at the Gen X one.
No,
Gen Z.
nobody's.
I'm Gen Z.
You suck at the Gen X.
I suck at the Gen Z one.
I guess we will cut back into
I got a little ahead of myself.
Our blonde our blonde story. She did get excited about it. They're juicy stories. My 5th grade story is really my mother's story because I was not there, but I was the center of the story. When I was in 5th grade, my English teacher called my mom and dad in for a parent conference, sat them down and told them that I asked too many questions in class. And my mother, being a school principal at the time, was like, tell me more about that. She asked too many questions in class. And the teacher said, I don't know how to tell you this, but Emily's just a dumb blonde. And if you know my mother,
who is also a blonde,
that did not go over very well. It has stuck with her so much so that she talks about it all the time. Does she not?
Yeah.
She does.
She does. My dumb blonde story is not as fun as hers, but at the end of my 5th grade year, we all got personalized awards. So everyone was getting like most likely to be a movie star, most likely to succeed, most likely to be president. I got the absent-minded award. I was on student government. Like, did they just feel bad for me? Yep. So I am absent-minded. I don't think I have a thought that goes through my head.
That's not true at all. You're so smart.
According to my 5th grade teacher.
According to my 5th grade teacher, she thought I was going nowhere. And here I am at the Be Blondes. I have a soap. What a great time to talk about the soap, guys.
We made a soap.
With
it
Magnolia
smells
soap.
Divine. Yes, we did it with Magnolia soap. They are phenomenal, by the way. We worked with so many amazing people who are just so welcoming.
Shop local.
Please shop local.
Magnolia soap is like such a good brand.
They are.
Gosh, they're so kind.
They're wonderful.
And
locally sourced too,
right.
I think she said, which is phenomenal. Yeah, they were really incredible.
And we had the most fun making our soap. We got to pick our scent and the design of our soap.
Y'all should have seen me and Emily frolicking through this soap store and smelling all these soaps because we were trying to like mix a bunch of different scents to make our own. You can also make the soap into a laundry detergent.
Yes.
We did that today.
Yes. And it is available right now exclusively at Magnolia Soap in Starkville and Magnolia Soap in Birmingham while supplies last.
Yes.
Go get it.
I will say that today was the first day it was out, and we heard from a few little birdies that it was the popular soap on the street. So
very successful. That means it smells good, guys.
It actually does smell really good. I'm a stickler for scents.
Me too.
I don't like how a lot of stuff smells. That I would absolutely.
What is your favorite scent?
Mojave Ghost by Redo.
Oh yeah.
By Redo.
By Redo.
By Redo.
I guess we'll find out.
It's BYREDO.
Yeah.
Mojave Ghost. Spectacular. What's yours?
Sparkling lychee. And
I'll have to smell that.
It's so good. What's in my bathroom?
Who's in my bathroom?
Right now? Probably my husband.
No. Y'all, Matt made a steak for dinner. We didn't eat it.
He's a good husband, guys.
He's amazing. He's spectacular. We love Matt. Okay. This is so off topic.
Getting back on topic, we want to move into a segment what we're going to call Is It Worth It? Ooh, we should do sound effects.
I will do the sound effects. Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down,
flip it, and reverse it. It's nerve Anyway.
Okay.
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? And our Is It Worth It of the week is sponsored by... Just kidding, guys. We don't have sponsors. Maybe we should Google how to get sponsorships. So for our Is It Worth It of the week, Golden Goose.
Is it worth it?
What are your thoughts, Lily?
Okay. So I have multiple pairs. And I wear them every single day. I wear them quite literally all the time. And I think it's because I spent so much money on them that I feel like I have to wear them all the time. I love them. I do. I do understand, though, the idea of them being a little frivolous.
I agree with that. And I also have multiple pairs of Golden Goose. And I love them.
I love them. I do.
I wear them quite literally almost every day.
Me too.
And yet here I am saying, I don't think they're worth it.
Okay, look. If you are going to do the Golden Goose, let me tell you how to do it. You get one pair. Don't do the ones with all the crazy colors or whatever. Just get a base pair. And what you're going to do is you're going to buy different types of laces. You can get them at the Golden Goose store. You can buy them fake online. Okay? You can get them at the Golden Goose store. And literally that...
Not sponsored by Golden Goose.
No. And that one shoe turns into about 10 different pairs of shoes just by the laces.
That's really good advice, Lily.
This is why I'm doing this.
And I will say I have one of the kind of wackier pairs of Golden Goose. And we're going to show them. They were a Nordstrom exclusive. If it's not me in a shoe, I don't know what it is. But the pink gingham on the side, chef's kiss, I love. However, I can only wear them in the spring and the summer. They're not a winter Golden Goose.
They're not a winter Golden Goose. That's why you have to get the regular ones and change the laces.
She's right. She is right, guys. So, Golden Goose, Lily, do you think it's worth it?
Yes and no.
I'll agree with that. Yes and no.
no.
Yes and no.
You don't have to have them, for sure.
You do not have to have them, but if you want them, get them. We're all about it.
I'm not a hater. I'm not an ally.
I love it. Okay, so moving on now. So our tip of the week.
Emily,
Hey,
what's our tip of the week?
okay, our tip of the week, girls. We are hostesses. We like
Through and through.
I love a good party. I don't care what it is. Invite over, your couple friends for dinner, drinks. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's my...
Your sorority sisters for a football watch party. I got you there.
That's our favorite thing to do. So our tip of the week is to make a Spotify playlist for whatever you're doing. And then make that playlist about the length of time that your party you think is going to be. Because nobody wants to hear the same song twice. And
it's not that hard. Like, it's not as hard as you think it would be. It takes 5 minutes.
And, I mean, there's just nothing better than a curated playlist.
Good music.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. Good times.
It's the thing to do. So, that's our tip of the week. If you don't have Spotify Premium.
I have Apple Music. You don't have to have... You do YouTube Shuffle if you find a good playlist on YouTube.
Okay.
You don't even have to pay money for that.
Okay. I guess I also have Apple Music.
I'm just still on my family's plan.
I am too. And I am 26.
Uh-oh. Insurance time.
Oh, I have to pay my own insurance. We'll get into that. Insurance. Is it worth it? Next week.
It is. Maybe.
If you're watching not on YouTube, the face that I just made, not worth it. But we'll get into that next week.
I won't be here for that episode because I know not a thing about insurance.
You'll be here. You'll just sit.
Yay!
Okay. So, that was our tip of the week.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good tip.
I think that's a good tip too. I think another tip too is to have food, snacks, drinks, etc. that you know people are going to like. I did a formal brunch the day of our formal last year with my sorority sisters and their dates. And it was a huge spread. I had so much food. A lot of food was wasted. A lot of stuff was a huge hit, and I didn't have enough of. So I think it's really important too to kind of know your audience and know what people are going to want to eat and have.
I think too, knowing what time of day your event is at.
Yeah.
Have people already eaten breakfast? Is it too early for lunch? You know?
Is it too early for lunch?
Is it ever too early for lunch?
Yeah. I don't know. I have sandwiches for breakfast.
That's a hot take. Well,
no, I'm a broke college student.
Breakfast sandwiches.
No, I make like Dijon mustard, turkey, tomato. Tomato.
Is that your breakfast of joy?
Yeah, I mean, it fills me up for the day. I'm ready to conquer
your day.
My workload, whatever it shall be. My workout. I do love a good, okay, this is what it is. I go to Pilates at 5:30 a.m. My workout class is from 5:30 a.m. to 6:30. And right after I want lunch at 6:30 a.m.
I get that. My breakfast of choice, guys, is an Eggs Benedict. Preferably with smoked salmon and a good soft egg. Yes. I like eggs too. I do like a sunny side up egg. I like sunny. I'll take my egg anyway. I like an egg. Hard boiled, deviled.
Do you get the egg ick? I get it bad.
I get egg ick with scrambled eggs.
Yeah. And I also can't do cheese in my eggs because I feel like it brings out the egg flavor.
Once I was making scrambled eggs, this is actually something I will never forget. I have made scrambled eggs for most of my life. It's a pretty easy meal to make. And I was making scrambled eggs with our cousin Sarah, and who we'd love to have on the podcast one day. And when I was making those scrambled eggs, I put cheese in it. She told me that I could not put the cheese in the eggs before they were cooked because she said that the cheese would have raw egg on it. Now, I know that that's probably not true, but it has haunted me for years. Scientifically, that doesn't make a lot of sense because you're cooking both the egg and the cheese.
What do you think, viewers, listeners? All right, I know y'all have all been waiting to hear our advice. I know we've been waiting to tell you. You say this. You sound like an idiot.
All right, guys. So here is our segment of our advice. And we're calling this segment Dear TBB. So if you guys want to hear from us, please go to our website and fill out the form to just ask us some questions that you want to hear. It doesn't have to
answer them.
So we've got.
That was another thing I wanted to say. If you guys ever have any prayer requests, please feel free to put them in on the website, as we will probably ask for y'all to pray for us, sometimes. So yeah, I just want to throw that in there. Absolutely. If you ever have anything you need to get off your chest, please let us know.
And remember that everything that you send to us is 100% anonymous.
Yeah, we don't have any idea.
So we have 2 submissions, which is really exciting.
Thank you to those 2 people.
Okay, Lily. So our first question that we got says, who has inspired you the most in your life?
My mom.
That was my answer.
And that's everyone's answer.
Yeah.
Because the person who raises you is what sets a foundation for the person you want to be or who you don't want to be. And I'm fortunate enough to have a mother that I really, really look up to and I really want to be like one day. I mean, she's set my foundation spiritually, and also she's guided me for the career choice I'm making and the person I'm going to marry and all that sort of stuff. I hate talking about emotional things. I hate crying. So that's about how I have to leave that.
I was also going to say my mom. We are very fortunate to have two wonderful moms. Our moms are sisters. So, another blessing that we have was our grandmother who raised them to be, two of the most incredible women on the planet. And so we're so fortunate. She was the most incredible. And she was the epitome of the Southern woman. Like, you needed a hosting tip? Call Mama.
She was known as the matriarch of her community.
Yeah.
If that says anything.
Definitely our family, but yes.
No, the community.
Definitely the community. Yeah. And so we lost our grandmother back in November. And it's just been the worst. And we miss her every day. She would be so excited about us doing this.
All over this. She would think this is so adorable.
And she'd definitely be giving us inspiration for the blog.
Always. What to do, what not to do.
Which she's doing anyway, just from the stuff that we've learned from her. Yeah. One of her biggest ones that I will never forget, and it's one that I live by, is she told me one day, I came in with my nails painted, and they were painted a bright blue. And Mama said, "Emily, you should never have blue nails until you're dead." I live by that. I'm going to tell you right now.
So right.
I've never had blue nails again. You won't see my nails. Not a baby pink.
I have French tip right now.
French tip is fine. They are not blue. We are a neutral nail family.
I don't like on me.
Me too.
Like, I feel like
they look cute on some people.
Like, one of my best friends, Shayna, who is the most gorgeous person I've ever seen in my life, can put, I think, any article of clothing, any nail color, any hairstyle, she can do literally it all and look phenomenal. So some people can just do that. I can't
pull it off.
I can't dress cool, but I can dress like this. Let me show you what I'm wearing. Okay. This dress is from Chikara's. It is my favorite dress in the whole entire world. Look at the back.
So cute, Lily. My dress is also from Chikara's, Charleston, which I'm so proud of. And we wore these dresses for our photo shoot that we had today. Our earrings are Kim Gambrell. She is a local jewelry designer from Pontotoc, Mississippi, which is where I grew up. And we just love them.
Yeah. So she also
beautiful.
did Emily's wedding earrings.
Yes.
And all of her bridal party.
That's another good tip. I had her custom made jewelry for me and all of my bridesmaids. We specifically picked out, my mom and I, earrings based on the girls' personalities. And it was such a sweet gift, if I do say so myself.
I had the loud and obnoxious earrings, the ones that you can see from miles and miles away.
They were some of my favorites. They had bows.
Of course.
We love a bow. And pearls.
Love a bow and a pearl.
A Southern girl loves a bow and a pearl. Right?
Yeah.
All right. So our next submission, our next question is, any advice on navigating career choices? It's so hard to make those big decisions when you're young, like 18 to 20. It's one of the things that makes those years the most stressful. Let me tell you what. I'm 26 and I still don't know what I want to do with my life. Do not stress out about your career. And granted, it's easy to say that, right? Because we're all going to stress out about it because it's hard becoming an adult. But like I said, it is one of the most stressful decisions that you're going to make in college, picking your major. There's so much fear of the unknown. You're going to be on your own for the first time, and then you're supposed to make this huge life-altering decision, and it is hard.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it since you're kind of in the thick of it?
So I actually just made my first career change ever, and that was changing my major from nursing to speech path. Um, I have always been really passionate about healthcare and the health profession, but I knew I didn't want to be a doctor. And so, therefore, when you're 18 years old, if you're not a doctor, you're a nurse. And so I kind of took that career path and quickly realized that it was just not something that was for me. First off, I'm extremely emotional. And this is kind of one of those jobs where you have to divide yourself from emotional to professional. And I just could not do that. And it was difficult. I'm not going to lie. It kicked my butt. It was really, really hard. And it got to the point where I was not passionate about school at all. I had so much anxiety about school, and that's really not how it's supposed to be. I come from a long line of people who are familiar with speech sciences and the professions that go along with that. And Emily's little brother, Nolan, is actually applying to grad school right now to be a speech pathologist. And I got to talking to him after, I don't know, one of our family events or something. And he really planted the idea of speech path in my mind. And then I went and talked to my mom and then my other cousin as well, Sarah. There is a million people in our family who are professionals regarding speech. Sarah,
Yeah.
my mom,
Right.
you, kind of.
I work in education.
Well, no, but you do work.
I talk to people.
Okay.
I want to touch too on I guess
That was
so when I first started undergrad, I went to Millsaps College in Jackson, which is a private university, and very small, and it's right next to UMMC, which is University of Mississippi Medical Center. I went into UMMC thinking that I wanted to be a doctor. And my brother is a doctor and our granddad is a doctor. So that felt like a natural path for me. So I went into college as a biochemistry major. And while I was at Millsaps, I did a internship in the pediatric cardiology unit. One of my best tips is to do an internship and shadow in the field that you think you're going to be in, because it might blow your mind. It might blow your mind. When I was doing that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is not for me. It was so sad. It broke my heart constantly, which children will do that. And so I took a intro to psych class and was fascinated with it. And from then on, I majored in psychology and I double minored in neuroscience and political science. And then I was like, you know what? I really like criminology. I was all about it. So I was like, how can I intersect those two passions? Yeah. And so I got a master's degree in forensic psychology, thinking that I wanted to work with inmates. And while I was getting that master's, I know.
What?
Yes, I wanted to work in prisons.
Really?
I did. My mother was not thrilled with that. I would have been great. I still want to do that some.
How did I never know that about you?
I don't know. I wanted to help rehabilitate inmates. Anyway, we'll talk about that, I guess, another day.
So sweet.
I still kind of want to. But anyway, while I was getting that master's, I started working at an elementary school part-time as a behavior interventionist. And that ended up turning into a full-time job that then turned into me beginning a master's degree in school counseling. And I realized how much I really like talking to people. And I'm kind of good at it.
Yeah.
Not to pat myself on the back.
She's a great communicator. She is. I would say it was the same thing for me. Like, just taking those introductory courses, I found myself utilizing the same aspects of the healthcare field that I fell in love with and was so passionate about, while also doing something that I've really grown to love and grown to appreciate. So, yeah. I would say that. Like, you end up on a path. it doesn't matter if you put yourself on that path or somehow stumbled across it like how I did, but you will end up on the right path. And, even if you start a career that you don't like, you can change it. It's not set in stone.
It is.
People act like it's set in stone and like the decisions you make in college are going to be the rest of your life and blah, blah. Like, no, that's not true at all. If you don't like something, like, you
change it.
You don't have to do that. And it does, like, I changed my major as a junior in college. Like, most people would have been so scared to do that, but I would rather not be stuck in a position that I was not happy in.
Right. And I think there's a lot of pressure too for young people. That made me sound so old. But the pressure is.
We love our young people.
We do. We love our young people. The pressure is on, I feel like, too, from, parents and family members. And I remember when I was making that decision to change from biochemistry thinking, oh my gosh, my entire family is going to be so disappointed in me. Mm-hmm. And they're not. They could not be prouder of me. And they reiterate that to me all the time. So don't let the fear of, disappointment from others impact a decision that's ultimately not going to affect their life, but yours.
Yeah, no, I agree with that completely. Even like pressure from your friends, because I know like me and all my friends had this great idea that I was going to be giving everyone Botox and like they were going to be.
We're still sad about that.
I'm sad about it, but shoot, I made a choice. I'm going to stick with it.
A choice was made.
A choice was made, and I am happy. And
that's all that matters.
Well, and too, I now have the opportunity to do things like this that I would have never been able to in nursing school because it took every second of my life.
And I'll say too, part of my decision making for, doing a flip from medical school is, I wanted to have a family. I met my husband when I was in undergrad, and from then on, I was like, you know what? School does not need to be my entire life. Like, that's not the most important thing to me.
If you want it to be,
it is fine.
It's all so personalized.
It is.
Not everyone is the same.
Right. Absolutely. And, you just have to have that conversation with yourself about what is the most important thing to you. And for me, it was, I wanted a job where I could be, it was Matt, and now it's my son. And I'm so fortunate working in a school that I get a lot of time off with him in the summers and 2 weeks for spring break and fall break. And not everybody can say that. And I'm so grateful for that time.
Fortunate.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're the type of family too that's so close anyways. So whenever we feel like we're taken away from them or our time, like we don't have enough time to give them, it messes with our psyche so much. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I'm depressed and I have so much anxiety and stuff. But no, it was because I wasn't talking to my mom every day and I wasn't, in a position where I could talk to my friends about what was going on just because I was so consumed in schoolwork and consumed kind of in my own thought.
Gosh, have a support system too.
That's a big thing.
Like, lean into your family or your chosen family. If, your immediate family is not that for you, that's fine. But just find that group of people that is, there to love you and support the decisions that you make. It's so important.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Well, on that note, guys, that's our first podcast episode, Lily.
Exciting was that?
Well, we love you guys.
I love you guys so much. This has been literally the most fun in my life. I am so humbled by the opportunity in and of itself. Right. And if anything, I mean, the outcome of this truly doesn't matter to us. What matters really is this time that we have together and sharing it with y'all for, our own benefit or whatever it is. But we're just so excited.
We are. And y'all remember to be blonde.